All right, I heard ya. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Yes, this stance is very awkward. And naturally, from what I've seen in the PreRunner world, having the front end stick out way further than the rear is kind of the norm. But I'm kind of like you guys and I don't like it. From what I understand, having the front end stick out, extending further than the rear helps from a stability standpoint. It's much more stable. However, from a visual standpoint, it just looks silly. So this long travel kit from CWF extended my front track width 4.5 inches, I believe, on each side. The rears, however, are still stock. So as a highly requested demand, Bora spacers, hub-centric, these are the strongest on the market from what I've heard. And they're going on the rear of the truck to correct this thing. A little bit. We're meeting in the middle. However, before we can even get to that, I have an issue I need to correct. I got burned on some wheels that I need to get taken care of this morning. A little bit pissed off about it. And if you saw our last video, you probably saw the C6 Z06 wheels and tires that we got for our Project C5 Corvette. My entire office is full of boxes for that product, kicking off early next year. However, the wheels and tires came without TPMS sensors. My neighbor was kind enough to take those in to get them mounted up. However, when they went to balance them, it did this. Not only is the inner barrel bent, but actually it's bent so bad that the outer face wobbles on the balancer. And under further inspection, it was obvious that someone tried to correct the bent wheel, but that I took a risk on eBay and got burned on 2 front wheels. Luckily, I found another set here locally, which we're just gonna go ahead and bite the bullet, pick them up today, and we're gonna go ahead and take our race car. Please work, please work. Oh, it's alive! Dang it. Now, and then there, and then there you go. Simple enough. Let's do this. All right, one for the trunk. There we go. They fit. We got ourselves some Nitto NT555s and our 888s. As you all know, what a stock C5 LS1 needs are our 888s. 345 width tires. Our 888s. Those definitely ain't gonna fit. I just need the fronts. I'm literally buying all these because I need the fronts. But I wonder if the R888s will fit the ZL1. That'd be interesting. Man, guys, we're just knocking out a bunch of stuff. We're kind of going down the to-do list because it is the week of Christmas. I got a few days off work, so we just gotta get stuff done. After a 3-hour detail and scrubbing all the Cheeto dust off the inside of the truck, it's nice and back what it needs to be. And we also went ahead and changed the oil and rotated the overdue for rotation tires. Up, Daddy?
Yes. Where are these?
All right, fine, come on.
Where are these?
And we have some issues to deal with the C5 Corvette. We are still running on the California plates that this thing came with. We submitted the application for Texas salvage title, but in the meantime, we have to get this thing inspected by a local county inspection station to pass safety inspection. The front tires on this thing are gone. 230 seconds is the minimum tread required to pass inspection here, and unfortunately, we're not there. And I think that tire is actually 12 years old. It needs to come off. So what we're actually gonna do is utilize the wheels and tires I have that are unfortunately bent in the front to try and pass inspection. They don't drive it very fast, so I'm thinking I should be able to get away with it being a little bit bent. The reason we have to use these is they have the new TPMS sensors installed, so we'll pair the car to the new TPMS sensors, take it for inspection, get it passed, swap out the tires, and then finally do what we came here for, fixing this variance we have between these two. Yeah, so I got a problem. I like tires, but look how massive these R888s are. These are enormous. I'm really curious actually if these are 345s. I'm curious height-wise. How are we on height? 325, 3019, 345, 3019. So in theory, these are a little bit taller. These should be the same bolt pattern. However, I think the center bore on the Corvettes is a little bit larger. I don't know if this offset, I think the ZL1 wheels have a more negative offset. If you guys want to see this, let me know in the comments. I'll throw these R888s on the ZL1. I don't think it'll fit, but we can always try. Oh my goodness, this should have come stock like that. I'm so happy with it. The backs were rubbing, so luckily I had some spacers left over from the ZL1, and I threw my little 3mm spacer right in there. Just give me enough clearance so it's not rubbing on the inside of the panel. We're clear, runs great, looks amazing. Now I did hear your feedback, guys. I've heard you loud and clear about our color combo going on over here. And I get it, I get it. White wheels, it's an acquired taste. Haven't decided on that yet, but one thing we are getting rid of is our wrap, because I miss my dark Ming blue metallic, because the fenders we are putting on here are currently white from Fiberworks, but we're gonna try to color match those things ourselves. Worst case scenario, if that goes horribly wrong, we'll then talk about wrapping. Look at that gorgeous blue metallic. Just sparkle in that sunshine. And this is a pain in the butt because it's like 40 degrees out. Oh my gosh, it's cold. It's actually been a few days. We got something in the mail from Lifetime Products, the Adventure Castle Playground. Made 2 videos on the Aloha Bros YouTube channel. I'll link it there for you guys. We're back, and I apologize, this video has been bouncing around quite a bit. All right, wheels and tires are off, and off camera I went ahead and did some slight tweaking on our rear suspension here. Want to test something out, and if it works out okay, we'll let you know. But it is time for our Bora spacers. We have 2-inch spacers going here on the rear. And the key thing about these is they are hub centric. I just test fitted it, and it's extremely tight there on the hub. There is zero play, zero movement. When it comes to spacers, I have no experience. This is the first spacer I've ever run, and everything I've read is it has to be hub centric. And all the research I did, Bora kept coming out on top as the highest quality spacer. And since they are 2 inches, they completely cover up the stock lug nuts, so you don't have to trim or cut anything. I'm gonna use my 4-way and then go back and torque all these down in a star pattern twice at the OEM spec torque spec. That's what I'm doing anyways. I can't imagine it's very wise to put spacers on the front with all the articulation that the front end has and the steering components and whatnot. The rear's a little more straightforward, like literally straightforward. It goes up and down. There's no articulation left or right. I think this is gonna line up pretty nicely and look a lot better than they did before. Keeping in mind, those are not the final wheel and tires. The final tires are here, still waiting on the wheels. $140 foot-pounds, which means we're going 141 because we always go above and beyond. One more, baby. See you in the morning. Man, I love these beautiful Texas mornings. It's so peaceful out here. I need to buy some property and just be away. Couldn't be more happy right now. It's not exact, as we mentioned, but it's closer. The front track width increased about 4.5 inches with our CWF long travel kit. The rears are now 2 inches further than what they were. The wheels have a negative 24 offset, so naturally they stick out a little bit, and in that additional 2 inches, man, that sticks out there really far. Previously, it looked like it had little scrawny legs. Now it's a little more beefy, but I'm not sure if I need to go with a bigger spacer or just live with it as is. For you guys that know a lot more than I do, which are most of you, should I run a little bit bigger than 2-inch spacers? It makes me a little bit nervous going bigger and bigger with the spacer, but given it's just the rear straight axle, do you think I could get away with 3-inch spacers? Let me know in the comments below. It's sitting pretty level now. The front end
You can adjust those shocks and adjust the ride height. I think we're gonna pull that up about 1/2 inch to make it perfectly level. That's a good looking truck if you ask me. The CWF kit, still looking good, still feeling solid. Still need to get this thing aligned, and I found out, idiot me, I need to pull the Dirt King alignment cams out to put the stock ones back in to get it aligned, and then once it's aligned, then you put the cams in. Even with my beautiful eyeball alignment, the track's pretty straight, it just still needs a legit alignment. But I just picked up a tool which we might be able to knock this thing out by ourselves in the garage and never have to pay for an alignment ever again. And on that bombshell, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and happy holidays to every single one of you out there. Thank you so much for the support. We're wrapping up 2022 on a higher note than I could have ever imagined or asked for. If you want to join the Ohana, scroll down, hit the subscribe button below, join the Lonestar Hawaiian family. If you like how this truck is turning out, smash the like button below, but we will catch you guys in a few days for our next video. Until that day comes, as always, y'all take care. Ahui ho. Aloha. If you like how this truck, man, that's stinking shadow.
Push until it beeps. When you hear it beep, you stop. Good job.